In this video, we are going to talk about how to find our personal massive transformative purpose. Yes, we will be talking about how to define a purpose for an organization, for a business, for a project, but we will be overall talking about how to find our personal massive transformative purpose, because it's actually the starting point to any other purpose. As we saw before, exponential organizations are built of several EXO attributes, and out of all of them, the most important one is the MTP, the massive transformative purpose, because it's actually like the North Star. Is this internal guide that is going to help us to make all the decisions, and is going to be the reason why we exist. In order to see why the MTP is so important, let's take a look to the Maslow pyramid. There is something interesting happening in society in general. Currently, young generations are not only focused on having like a stable job and making money. They are looking for something else. They are looking for something that provides meaning to their lives, right? And this is why young generations are actually being very focused on purpose, not only on the basic needs and also on resources and money. So this is actually the top of the Maslow pyramid, right? So in the same way that society in general is going up into the Maslow pyramid, companies and businesses are actually doing the same. So they are not only focusing on vision and mission, but they are also focusing on which is the impact, the positive impact that they want to make in the world. So what is the purpose that those companies have? As we said before, the massive transformative purpose is kind of the North Star, which is going to drive all our decisions and is going to be the main reason for us to be alive as a company. In order to define a proper massive transformative purpose, we should take into account four main principles. The first one is that the massive transformative purpose is going to be describing the world. It's not talking about us as a company, us as an organization or a solution. It's talking about how the world is going to look like in the future. Also, it should be massive in some way, because it's something that is going to affect the world in a massive way. So it should be global. In a way, it should be also connected with abundance, because this is the world that we are living in. So it should be taking into account that there is an abundance of something, or at least trying to create an abundance of something. But overall, the MTP should be inspiring, because it should be something that when people read it, people should be like engaged and passionate about it. So the purpose eventually will be generating huge engagement with community. Here we have two examples. Google's purpose is allowing so many people to get access to information that we didn't have access before. So this is impacting the world in a very positive way. TED's purpose is ideas worth spreading, and this is also very powerful, because due to TED we are exposed to amazing ideas and amazing videos that are like contributing to the world in terms of engagement, in terms of very useful information and inspiration for so many people who are watching TED's videos. And the purpose is actually something that transcends the company. It's something that is able to generate movements. The purpose has a lot of power with community. TED has such an amazing purpose that has generated an amazing community around it. And actually the community is running the operations of the company, because these people are so engaged with the purpose and they are believing so much in the purpose that they are willing to spend time and to spend resources on making that happen. So having an amazing purpose is going to generate engagement with the community and will eventually create not only regular communities but actually movements. So this is the reason why having a purpose is so important. The question now is how to find our massive transformative purpose. So, well, companies, organizations have their own purpose, but organizations are made of people. So in order to think about a purpose, we have to think and we have to go within us, within ourselves, because the answer is actually within yourself. if you have a purpose, you will eventually create an organization to achieve this purpose. And actually, most of organizations' purposes are coming from their founders. So we are going to see now how to find our personal purpose, because this could influence a lot other purposes that we might define for different organizations, projects, or exponential solutions. And this is the reason why Angel Maria Herrera and myself wrote this book, which is called Massive Transformative Purpose. This is a book where we are presenting a process, a guide for helping people to find their personal purpose. And there is a method. There is actually even an MTP Canvas, which has 9 different steps that will bring you through a journey, through a process that will eventually allow you to understand which is your purpose in life. So the MTP Canvas has 3 parts. There is a part about the hero, which is you. So we are going to look within ourselves in order to find key things that will help us to find our purpose. Later, we'll analyze the external world in order to see which are the challenges that this hero, which is you, will want to achieve in this world. And at the end, we will be defining the journey of this hero into the world. We are going to see what is the footprint that this hero will make in the world. And eventually, what is this new world, this better world that the hero will achieve. And this is going to be the MTP for us. So let's see step by step how to use the MTP Canvas in order to find our purpose. I have to say that this is going to be a very high level explanation of the MTP Canvas. So I don't think we are going to really achieve finding your personal MTPs with this explanation, although you might be able to do it, right? But there is actually a specific technique for each of the different steps. So I'm not going to go into the technique in order to find the answers for each of these 9 steps or each of these 9 blocks of the MTP Canvas, but I'm going to tell all of you which is the high level idea of each of them. So you might or you might not find your MTP by following these video explanations, but what I can guarantee you is that if you follow the complete process, you will find something. You will find something that will change your life. So let's start with the first block, which is within the hero area. So first thing that we are going to define is our values. And there is a list of values that you should check in order to find out which are yours. But let's see an example. Let's imagine that we're working with a person and this person has these 3 main values: love, honesty, and justice. These are things very important for this person, for him or for her, right? The next step would be taking a look to our longings, meaning which are those things that we have tried to have always, which are these things that we really desire, right? So there is a technique here which is called the line of life that will help us to understand and to find out our longings. So imagine that we have the following one in our example. This person has a longing which is treating others as he or she would like to be treated, which is very nice, right? So this is something that is going to be with this person always. So the next thing is actually finding our superpower. And in order to do that, here we're going to be using the Ikigai as a technique. So the next block would be the kingdom. The kingdom within our world is this area of the world that we want to impact, or where we want to, to stay in order to eventually make an impact. Okay, so this person is focused on the society. The person could be focused on the planet, on the environment, on the animal world, right? But this person wants to make an impact in society. The next block is the inhabitants. So those people who are living in the world that we want to make an impact. And this people is very focused on people without resources, because he has this justice value. He or she doesn't want to see people who doesn't have access to resources as most of us or so many of us have, right? So this is very important for him or for her. It's like focusing on the people without resources. So the challenge that this person has is actually achieving equal opportunities for everyone, right? And this is the world that he or she is actually living in. So the footprint that this person wants to make in the world is, well, improving people through education, because this person believes that education is so important for improving people's lives, right? So the path that this person is going to follow is creating educational materials and building or even using existing platforms to democratize the knowledge to everyone. So this person wants to create his or her own material and spread it to the world in order, of course, to impact people that don't have access to resources, right? So at the end of the day, following all these blocks, the person understands that what he or she wants to see in the world is the democratization of education. So the MTP of this person is democratizing education, which is so powerful. But if you think about this MTP canvas, it's not only about finding the MTP, it's also about finding out so many different things within us that are going to help us to make our purpose true. So the MTP canvas is a very powerful tool that will allow all of you to find your massive transformative purpose. And after doing that, you can start defining purposes for the different organizations that you will launch, or actually looking for organizations with similar purposes to yours. So you will be working at places where you will feel very, very aligned, not only in terms of values and activities that you might like, but also in terms of purpose, which is so important for your life and for the world.